Tears Stream Down by Demetrice Crite. These are the times that try men so. Thomas Paine must have foreshadowed COVID-19 when he wrote these words. My soul aches, but I do not display it publicly. Those I mourn would want me to put a brave face on. Trust me, I know. The agonizing losses I endure stain my pillows with salty tears. I steal moments of privacy in the quietude of late night, then I bawl. I've experienced death. Sometimes it has had a profound effect on me. I was unprepared for the flurry of furious blows that this pandemic, COVID-19, would bludgeon upon me. I'm old enough, strong enough, and mature enough to handle and accept death and loss. But it's the memories that seem to uninterruptedly tug at my heartstrings. This is the case with the loss of 3 warriors that I've had the honor to call friends. James Baldy Scott, Joseph Big Spank Wilson, and Gary G. Jones. Their memories have impacted and affected me deeply. When I was quarantined for the virus myself, I received the horrible news about Big Spank. The news hit me like a ton of bricks and made me take a pause to count my blessings. Spank, as he was called by many, was soft-spoken, but his words were loud with guidance. I met him at a reckless moment in my life. He showed me that despite my situation, I was not the chaotic nature of my actions. He put his arm around me, walked and talked, and reassured me that the mountain was not mine alone to climb. Tears streamed down my face, but I hear him say, it's going to be okay. Through him, I met James Baldy Scott. Baldy, now this old man was as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and his personality as warm as a glass of brandy, to quote Chris Stapleton. He seemed to always be unnerved by all the constant chaos around him. He was the epitome of unscathed, in my opinion. We shared the love of baseball, softball, and football. Most importantly, he had a way of calming me. I guess it was because he had traveled the same road I was headed down. I received the news of his demise from his cellmates. Ironically, I had made an inquiry about his well-being hours earlier. I was devastated to hear that day that the same man who had kicked cancer's ass had died. The tears streamed down, but I can hear his voice saying, keep playing the hand that you dealt. Eventually, it will be the best hand at the table, an inside message we serve. Gary G. Jones, I met this fogey when I arrived back at Stateville in 2017. His ability to talk smack and tell it like it is drew me to him. On a walk to the healthcare unit from the cell house, I learned all the do's and don'ts and the ins and outs of Stateville. This all happened in a matter of 5 minutes. G. Jones was worn down and long in the tooth, but he had the resilience of a prize fighter and the mouth of a young Muhammad Ali. If you listen to him talk long enough, nothing or nobody could whip his ass. And if he thought you could be the one, he'd talk enough shit to sway your thoughts on winning. He loved life, lived life, in the way he wanted, and changed lives, mine included. The tears streamed down. I hear him saying, dry them tears up. I'm going to be okay. In a place where you can seemingly grow numb to the pain life throws your way, I've learned to accept that. Some pain is for growth. Some people are placed in your life's path at the right time. Many of them you meet halfway, but then there are some who meet you where you are. These people leave the most lasting impression. Sadly, when they go on to sit and sup with the Creator, you realize that for that moment, they walked with you and even sometimes carried you on your journey. I do not cry for these men and mentors out of sadness or sorrow, but the tears are joyful. They are for the memories I am blessed to have, the brotherly love we shared, and the immense honor I had to call them friends. The tears streamed down.